Good afternoon, Florida. It is Peter with the FAC Pub Policy Team here at FAC's annual conference in Orange County. It is day 2, a Thursday. We are excited to be here. Lots of stuff going on, and we are excited to have Bethany from Walmart and Sam's Club. How are we doing today?
I'm doing great. Wow, you come in hot. I like the energy. I thought you were going to sing for a second. Maybe at the end of the closing, I can get you to sing.
So, how you been liking conference?
It's good. It's my first time here. It's the
Okay.
first time Walmart and Sam has been here. And you said it was day 2. I feel like it's 5. There's a lot of things you guys have going on.
Oh, it's not day 2 for me, but officially conference-wise, it's day 2. So we really enjoy having everybody here, whether it be our members, our county commissioners, our county staff, our corporate sponsors, the vendors. It's quite the reunion of folks that make Florida great. Bethany, walk me through a little bit of your history with Walmart. What do you do for them?
I am the Director of Government and Public Affairs in the state of Florida. So I have the great honor. I'm the only one in the whole company, that has one state I get to focus on. And that's because Florida is Florida. We are, I say, 5 states in one country, with Miami being their own country sometimes.
Yes, I'm from there. I can attest to that.
You can attest to that. 15th largest economy in the nation, and our complexities of counties from Dixie to Palm Beach, we're different.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the beauty of Florida. We get to be in 54 of them across the state, and I have the great pleasure of the last 2 years getting to do all the statewide and local aspects. And a part of my job is, of course, working with local officials when we have problems, when we're trying to the remodels or maybe get some new stores, but also help the community. One of my favorite parts is the public affairs side, where we do get to come in and come alongside some nonprofits or government entities and figure out problems that they deem as issues for them that they want to work on. And hopefully our stores and our team can come alongside them and solve some issues that they're facing.
Awesome. Yeah. We know that Walmart and Sam's Club do some great work. They've been around for a while. I actually went down a rabbit hole a couple weeks ago on Walmart's founder, and he's quite the interesting guy.
There are several books you should read. The Walmart Effect is pretty good. Sam Walton's biography is pretty fabulous. I clearly didn't have the opportunity to meet him ever. His legacy lives on, and I actually represented Walmart as a contract lobbyist for 2 years before coming in-house, and so I'm fully aware. I drink the Kool-Aid now, and they pay my paycheck, and I give them half of it back to groceries every month, it seems like. But the culture and the way has built has continued.
Yeah.
And when we say we're people-led, I see it for good and bad. Our timing sometimes on decisions, I want to move fast and go. But we want to sit and think about it and how's this going to affect our associates? How is this going to affect our customers? And how is this going to affect the communities we're in? And it really came from Sam's leadership.
If I can remember from the little brief history I read, Arkansas, 1962, right?
You probably know better than I. I don't know the
Okay.
exact date, but it is
Wow.
Arkansas.
I got that. Well, you guys have been around for a while. Wise. Walmart and Sam's Clubs, do you know, give or take, how many we have in Florida?
I do. On the website, it says 387, but that is data from 2025, last August. We have opened over 5 Walmart stores now.
Wow.
So we are over 390 stores with a plan to open 5 more in the state this year.
Okay.
They're all Walmarts, whether they're the neighborhood market, that's the smaller, everyone thinks of Publix, just like
I've
the grocery
never
store.
seen one of those. I don't know why I haven't come across
Because you're
it.
in Tallahassee right now.
Okay.
That's where you live.
Yeah.
Panhandle has them. Of our larger urban areas also have them in Palm Beach. Lady Lakes is actually the newest. We just opened in Lake County.
Okay.
I opened a super center in the Villages as well, about a couple miles down the road. So it's a great opportunity to get the great groceries at that affordable price. But as a newer format, super center was I think, one of the originals. But it is something that's growing in the state of Florida. So total with Sam's Club and Walmart Neighborhood Market and Super Center, we're over 390. 46 Sam's Clubs right now.
Okay.
Davenport have the first Sam's Club new built and opened in the state of Florida here in a couple months. It might be in 2027 when I say a couple months. I'll have to confirm that. But we have over 120,000 associates that work in Florida.
Wow.
Mhm.
Oh, that's quite the chunk of the workforce.
It's a good chunk. It's a good group of people too.
And I guess continuing on Walmart's footprint, what does it look like specifically in Florida's smaller rural counties? I know some of those Walmart leads in their job market. I do a number on making sure community has and I think it even ties the community together, because I a tourist guy, I go camping a lot, so I've gone to some rural parts of Florida, and everybody kind of directions by the Walmart. They everything off of that. So specifically, but I know you guys have quite a footprint in rural Florida, right?
I love me some real Florida.
Yeah.
That's real Florida, land remembered, driving through, and then you
The
see a
old
Walmart,
Florida.
and it's
Yeah.
like, okay, well, the land remembered story, right? Like there is development happening, and there is growth, and there's community that means something, and that's where we started in our history with Walmart. The first Walmart was actually in Quincy, Florida.
Really?
Fun fact, yeah. So where the business actually originally came in, and that was our footprint, recognizing, Sam, that everybody he believed deserved to get good quality goods at affordable prices.
Right.
So we're in 90% of all Americans live within a 10-mile radius. We're not in every county right now.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe we will be. But what I have seen in the last 2 years, I came in July of 2024. And if
Okay.
you may remember, there was 3 hurricanes that hit that
Oh, I
August.
remember very clearly.
So I'm a couple weeks in.
2 of them were gonna be direct to my
2 of
area,
them were
to
gonna be
our
direct
area.
to the Panhandle, and they were direct to the Panhandle,
Right.
right? And it's talking about all of those rural Walmarts up in the Panhandle, recognizing and realizing our parking lots become activated sites for the community to come together. We bring in food stations, showers if we need to, washing machines, toilets, phone charging stations. Our mission is to hopefully get Walmarts up and going within or less than 24 hours post-storm, because we recognize when Walmart is open and functioning, that's the lead and the way that communities can come back off their feet after disasters. And that's something that you walk to the headquarters of Walmart, and we just moved a new office, and there's this big painting of a couple trucks of Walmart all on the road. And I asked somebody, what is that? And why is it the first thing you see? And I recognized and realized on my final interview for the job, the story has stuck with me. And that was the intention, is after Hurricane Katrina, Walmart was the first to actually make contact in the areas the worst hit. The state had not had the experience and did not know how to handle a post-storm like that. And Walmart, we have our own EOC. We deal with
Really?
disasters
I mean,
every
these are
single
all
time.
questions I was gonna ask, so
Yeah.
you're just
Good,
answering them
great.
before I even ask them.
We're
Please let me
kinda
stop you.
You're good. We're kind of on track with Florida, the new beautiful EOC, and we just opened ours, and they look very similar. We have our own ESFs, and we worked alongside not North Carolina, sorry, New Orleans and Louisiana, figuring out, teaching them some of the lessons we've learned. And
Wow.
that was a big moving part for our leaders and for the operations team. And when I say operations, that's the store team that are all of our stores. And we all came back from that as a company and recognized how we showed up in that is how we should show up every day.
Right.
And it was fun looking back now and realizing that's what I got thrown into because of Mother Nature my first couple weeks on. And the way that we pre-think, we're actually positioning and giving donations to food banks prior to a storm getting hit in Florida, because we know where it's going. We know those food banks are going
It's
to be
not
needed.
if, it's when.
It's not if, it's when. So
Right.
we have figured out models to get things ready well before it impacts. We are every single store that we're building and all of the remodels, if we can get a generator in Florida, they're up and in, like long term, or moving generators to be within driving range in a couple hours. The team and the thoughtfulness we go into, and that scene that particularly in the smaller counties that just may not have all of the resources to act as quickly as Walmart can. And that's where we love to come along, the small businesses, the community leaders, the nonprofits. How can we help you get back on your feet? Or how can you on blues, as they say, make sure that you can get the best goods at affordable prices?
Wow.
And I think today in today's economy, you talk to 9 out of families, everybody's saying it's affordability. Probably not the one thing all of us want to come together on, but it is, and that's the reality. And our whole mission is, how do you live better and how do you save money?
Yeah.
And so it is fun and challenging in my role to see the business have to make tough decisions to make sure that our customers at the end of the day have the best prices. And that's really important for us.
I mean, that you got role models, I think, for other retail chains and stuff like that. I mean, that is, I really didn't know that you all did that, that you have your own EOC. That is impressive. I'm curious to know where, I mean, just where I can the founder had some values that definitely have continued to inspire to this day. But how has, I mean, in this full of distractions and I guess short-term gains over long-term, that culture continues to survive. Where,
Yes.
I mean, what do you contributes to that?
It always starts from the top. Leadership matters. We've
Okay.
had great CEOs selected by our board. About 10 years ago, our past CEO who just retired, Doug, he came out and said, "Hey, we're going to invest billions into our customers." And the stock market was like, "I don't know if that's a good idea." But after the fact, 10 years now, go into the amount of, whether it's healthcare, each of us get 20 free therapy sessions a year if we need it. I did not know when I started this job, I was surprised pregnant. I got 22 weeks off of maternity leave.
Oh,
And
wow.
that's not just for moms, it's for dads too. And it's
Wow.
however role you enter into parenthood, whether it's foster, IVF, or having your own child. Walmart recognizes if we don't pour into our own associates, that's not going to be the best experience for our customers. And that investment over the 10 years, data has shown, and there's actually a study that's come out, that it's helped us remember who we are and that we are people-led. And at every decision, we have to think about that. And we've seen it even this last year or two when leadership had to say, across all professions, how are we going to handle this AI? What is this? How does this affect our workforce? How do we want to engage it and hopefully find some efficiencies? Like there should be such greatness in AI, but there's also how do you do it ethically? How do you do it people-led and people-forward?
Right.
And Walmart came out and said, we're not firing anybody. No one's getting let go with AI. What we're going to do is we're all on this journey together. We have 2.1 million associates worldwide. All of us have access to all the AI tools that we can. We do ChatGPT, Microsoft 365, all these fun different things. And they've challenged us and said, hey, all of you can get trained up. Here are free resources. Here are free ways. We've been challenged, but also provided the tools and resources to come along and hopefully upskill and figure out ways that we can find bottom line savings that go back to the customer on the shelves. And I think it's a journey that there'll be again in several years, not even, I don't think, a decade, a case study that showed that I think Walmart and Sam's Club is leading the industries across the board on handling it in the right way.
No, I definitely, I can say, and I hope that can forever. I'm a little curious, Sam's Club, how did that come about? When did it come about? Or more so is you guys are together, but was it just an idea that y'all had to kind of do this based retail service like the other?
Yeah. So I don't know the exact date, and you're
no,
challenging history, but you're good. I know from actually one of the stories. I think it was Sam's biography. It was several years after Walmart was a store and a regular retailer. And retail is constantly changing the way people shop. And he recognized that, and leadership recognized that. And it was, hey, do we want to take a stab at trying this model where you can buy bulk items with the membership option? You have more efficiencies because you're not taking some things off pallets and like all these different measurements and metrics that do take time and money. And if that's the way and you don't need that much of bulk order, you can go to the Walmart model. And the model has worked. And we're seeing today retail a huge shift in consumers, and it's been started over a decade. Every year, about 25% customers are deciding to have things either get picked up or delivered to their home, and they're ordering it online on their phones or on the computer. And so it's been not a challenge, but a challenge for our Sam's Club and Walmart to re-envision how do we meet the customer, whether they want to come in the store, go to the app, go online, come pick it up, go into the store and pick it out,
Right.
or have it delivered to their home. And I think that membership model at Sam's, there was a lot of good best practices that we've had over the several decades that we've been running Sam's. And now we've actually offer a membership option for Walmart customers. So it's a Walmart Plus, where it's actually $49, $50 right now until July 7th. There's a sale right now. It's Walmart week. And all of your delivery fees are covered with that. Meaning,
Okay.
if you typically are not a Walmart member, you can get something delivered to their house for it's like $9 a delivery. If you're a Walmart Plus, all deliveries over $35 are free to your house. I abuse the system. They come 5 times a day sometimes. My husband is like, that's where all your money is going. I go, I know, but it's going to your bellies. Congratulations. We're feeding you and making sure our kids have diapers, and I can still work and do all the things. So Sam's Club and Walmart now have membership options. And we're seeing that. I was actually sitting next to somebody in Gulf County and Franklin County, and we do not have a presence in Franklin. And I don't think there's actually a Sam's in Gulf. But the Sam's nearby Gulf County will ship and deliver into Gulf County at his home, and he actually gets it.
Crosses county
We
lines.
can cross county lines with our new shipments. So it's been cool to be a part of this transformation in retail.
Right.
It's probably very similar to when they decided to open up Sam's and challenge it. And one of the fun Sam's facts I learned going to Bentonville, Arkansas, where home office is there's, I don't know how this or Walmart in particular home office, maybe a couple thousand. Sam's Club has about 100 home office employees. When we talk about running lean and mean and making sure it is the most effective and best possible way to run and get those best prices at Sam's, those are the ways that the company is making decisions to ensure that that stays the same. And we do have the lowest price available.
Okay. Well, that is extremely informative. I'm inspired. I want to get membership.
Come on. Have you not? Cool thing.
I like to go to the grocery store like every day, and I like to go. I don't like to
That's
get
fair.
it delivered. And so
Wait until you have kids, Peter.
no, I get it. The bulk stuff is all, I can't buy it all. It's just me. But it's interesting. So.
One of the things that at first I was like, I don't really know if it's worth it. But we have this technology in Sam's that it's a scan to go. On your phone, you actually scan all the items in your cart and you just walk out. we have now this technology that it's kind of
Oh,
like an
I've
arch.
seen that. Yeah.
Nobody has to stop you and look at it. It's all on your phone. You're not waiting in lines. And we've been able to use some of those cool, innovative approaches in Sam's Clubs that you can do scanning in some of our Walmart stores. So it's been also cool to see us use that technology and transform it from maybe a Sam's Club pilot over to the other Walmart retail option as well.
Okay. Were you from Florida?
Am not.
Oh,
I will claim it though. I'm a
okay.
military brat, so
Well,
I've lived a lot of places and did spend a couple years in high school in Fort Walton Beach. So
Okay.
came back for FSU.
Well, you can claim it. That's enough of a requirement for this question. We're
Okay.
going to move on to the fun question to close this out. If you're out in another state, in another part of the world, and somebody asks you, as a Floridian, what is your favorite thing about Florida? And this could be a person, an idea, a product, a setting. For me, I mean, I can definitely name for me is something that I would want to share with everybody that asks. What would that be for you?
It would be St. Teresa, Florida. Franklin County has become, I had no clue, the beautifulness of the Forgotten Coast, because everybody, quote unquote, has forgotten it.
Coast.
That is my savior. That is our favorite place to go as a family. I hope we can continue to and make memories. I think that Florida, that has such pristine and untouched and so much undeveloped areas, really helps ground you in a time when I think we're all trying to grind and do it all and have it all, but the reality is we can't. And that's always a place for us and our family to come back and be grounded and have a type of a reprieve and fill up. So definitely for me, St. Teresa's is that's it.
Living in the past 5-6 years, I'm a big day tripper, even weekend tripper, and I explore pretty much inch and corner of the Forgotten Coast. Absolutely beautiful.
Gibson Inn, great weekender.
I know, Apalachicola. Yep.
Check it out.
I'm a big oyster. I love oysters. All right, Bethany, thank you so much for being on. Thank you, Walmart. Thank you, Sam's Club, for being here at FAC's annual conference. And that'll do it for us this time around. See you guys next time.
Thanks. Bye-bye.